two dreamers, two undocumented immigrants who came to the country when they were extremely young and it was out of their control, actually approached Representative Stephen King as he was sitting and enjoying his lunch. And the reaction was really interesting. They wanted to talk to him about the Deferred Action for childhood arrivals, which is something that the Obama administration pushed for. And it would ensure that people who came into the country when they were extremely young would have the ability to remain in the country for an additional 2 years with a work visa. Now, Representative King is against that, and he's been very, very vocal about it. And that is precisely the reason why Erika, Andiola, and Cesar Vargas approached him. So let's take a look at the first video.
I'm actually a dreamer myself, and I'm originally from Mexico, but I've been raised here. I graduated from Arizona State University, actually, and Arizona State University. And I know you want to get rid of DACA, so I want to give you the opportunity. If you really want to get rid of it, just read mine.
All right, so just really quick, the person that you see walking away in that clip is Rand Paul. And people are really focusing on that because it just seemed like as soon as she mentioned who she was and why she was there, he was like, no interest in
It's like, gather my stuff and get the hell out of here. I spoke to a reporter who was there in Iowa at this event, and he said that Rand really, it was like he ran away. Like he got, after he leaves the screen, he's really moving away very quickly to get away from this conversation about dreamers. And Steve King is probably the most odious of all Congress people. My 9-year-old son asked me who my least favorite politician was the other day, and I said Steve King.
Your 9-year-old son is asking you questions like that?
Well, yeah,
that's
because
amazing.
he doesn't know who Steve King is. He can't name a congressman, but he can name.
It's a tough race, though, isn't it, Michael? I mean, you got Louis Gohmert, you got Michelle Bachmann.
It is. Louis Gohmert is stupid. Michelle Bachmann is sensational. Steve King is odious. He's just a bad guy. I mean, they all are horrible, but they all sort of take up different parts of the landscape. Louis Gohmert is a dumb guy. He's dumb bad.
Yeah.
And Steve King's not dumb. And Steve King, and we'll see more of this, I suspect. He did a very good job, I thought, in engaging these people. And that's what's even scarier about it for me, is that he's unwavering.
He's ready.
He's ready. I think if I were a Steve King supporter, I would be flouting this video, because I think that he did, and we'll see more of it, but I think that he did a pretty good job.
You think he did a good job?
I do.
That's
even though I don't obviously support him at all. I was tweeting this last night as soon as I saw it after midnight. I was tweeting it all over the place, telling people to make this thing viral. This is fantastic for dreamers. This is what they're up against. But they were up against a formidable opponent, and they are.
Yeah, but he's Steve King. You say he's odious, but he's just upset with the Mexicans with the calves like grapefruits that are bringing drugs across the border. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
They're 90 pounds and they got calves like grapefruits.
Calves like grapefruits.
Calves. What did I say?
Caps.
I said calves. I meant calves.
Yeah.
And he also didn't mention that they have tits like pickles. He missed that one.
Right.
And
What did you mean there? What did you mean there?
I'm not sure, but nuts like watermelons too they have, and that's from anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to skip ahead to video number 3, where you hear a little more questioning coming from the people who approached Representative King. Let's take a look.
To be fighting so much against dreamers, calling us names, saying that we have to ask some animals.
I say no. So that's drug smuggling. Please. You're very good. Stop a minute. You're very good at English. You know what I'm saying.
I was raised in the United States.
Right, so you can understand the English language. So don't act like you don't.
You're very good at English.
That was just a little condescending.
Which is
Do you
bad
think
English.
she understands
I've never
what that
seen
word
anyone
means?
with that skin tone speak English like this, young lady.
You're very good at English,
right? Which
is
Congressman,
English.
you're not. Right.
It's ironic. Wow, it's funny that you're not white and you can speak English somehow. That's crazy.
And it's funny that I am and I can't.
And I can't. And you're probably more educated than me. Isn't that funny? But you're brown, but you're still worse than me as a person.
Yeah, she is a graduate of Arizona State University, and so she mentioned that to him. And she gave him her identification card, which is what you see in her hand, and said, go ahead, rip it up. Since you're against me being here, go ahead and do it. And the part of that video that actually bothered me the most was the fact that he went in and grabbed her hand.
Grabbed her hand.
Because it wasn't a friendly grab, it was a form of intimidation.
Yes.
I took it as a form of intimidation, and it was unnecessary. And I think she handled it really well, because had I been in that situation, I'd be like, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
would have
I
done
mean?
that too. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Don't touch me. I would have maybe even pushed him.
Yeah.
But I would have definitely. But now switch the thing. Now let's say it wasn't a white congressman and a Mexican girl. Let's say it was a Mexican congressman and a white girl, and he grabbed her hand like that. They'd still be talking about this 6 months from now on Fox News and The Blaze and everywhere else. Oh my God, look at this.
Do we want these excitable folks to come across the border?
So we have one more video for you guys. Let's take a quick look at that.
Thank you, sir. You know,
do not erode the rule
and
of law in America.
if you want to rip it, let me know. I will bring it
That
back.
would be a nice
if
video
you want to
op
get
for
rid
you,
of
but
it,
that's not gonna happen.
It's going to be something that you've been advocating for, and I was just giving you the opportunity to
When I go
Right in the fucking face. She was really good. I thought she did a good job.
She was
right there.
fantastic. And what you didn't hear in these clips, which if you watch the entire clip, and you can, I'm sure it'll be, I don't know, will it be posted on Young Turks? You can go to my Twitter and you can see it. There's somebody off camera who is screaming, "Go back to your country. You're not American. Go back to your country." So it's get out of here. Get out of here. It's one person. I asked my reporter friend who was there because I thought it was a lot of. It sounded like there were a number of people, and I was horrified by that. And he said it was actually one guy who was screaming.
But I'm sure all the other decent people in Iowa booed that guy down.
Oh, of course they did. The same way they did during the Republican debates when they were saying that about all this. They just booed that person. Escort that guy out of here.
Yes, they have a branding problem. The Republicans. They have a branding problem. It's not that they're all pieces of shit.
Right.
It's that they have a branding problem.
No, what's incredible about the Republican Party, and specifically Republican members of Congress that are against really reforming immigration and all of our issues, is that they do the fear-mongering, right? They make it seem as though the vast majority of people who come to this country illegally are trying to cause harm to society. They're trying to steal our jobs. They're murderers. They're violent. They're crazy. We have to look out for them. It's war on white people. It's just crazy fear-mongering. But if you look at these two individuals that approached Representative King, the woman, Erika Andiola, came into the United States when she was 11 years old. I'm guessing she didn't do that on her own. Her family probably brought her here. Yes, they brought her here illegally, but since then, she has been a good member of society. She graduated from Arizona State University. She's an activist. She wants to contribute to society, be a productive member of society. The other guy that was there, unfortunately, you didn't see him in these videos, Cesar
Vargas.
Vargas, I apologize. He actually passed the bar. But he can't practice law because he's undocumented.
And he's been here since he's 5 years old, so he had absolutely nothing to do with the family decision to come to the United States, and yet he has done enough to be in law. And he also wanted to join the military, and he wasn't able to because of his undocumented status.
Could there be anything more American than sons and daughters of immigrants violently screaming against new immigrants for becoming citizens?
Yeah.
Is there anything more, especially these people? We're a nation of immigrants. You know, Steve King, I know he thinks he's an American because he was born in America, but his parents and grandparents were born somewhere else.
Right.
So we're a nation of immigrants. And by the way, they've done studies, which I know doesn't matter to Republicans because it involves intelligence, which is very anti-Republican. So what they've done, they've studied it. States with the most immigrants, best economies. How the fuck could that happen? Even undocumented workers push up the wages of the other workers in that state. So this is what's called studied by professors and smarty pants people and not dickheads like Steve King. So this is just xenophobia. This is just me not liking you because you're brown, you're different. In America, we're supposed to welcome foreigners. I don't know if you've read the Statue of Liberty, but that's what we're supposed to do.